another YouTube channel for Pokemon Go. Look at that. Hey, my name's Charlie, PoGo Professor. This is the lab. I decided to make this YouTube channel because I love this game. I've been playing it since day one, July 6, 2016. And I, maybe sadly, have logged on at least once every day since the inception of this game. So I've been playing for quite a long time. I know a lot about it. I think I could be a valuable resource to you. I want this to be sort of a, we ask questions, we get answers type of channel. In other words, it's a journey and discovery type of place. I am very excited to get into the first video, which involves New York City Go Fest, which I am very excited to go to. This will be my third in-person Go Fest. I've also done 3 Go tours as well, so I know a lot about what it's like to actually just be around a bunch of Pokemon Go players that will not judge you because they're playing Pokemon Go themselves. Have you ever been in public and you are playing Pokemon Go and people kind of sense that you're playing Pokemon Go and you kind of feel a little bit like, maybe I should pretend to be texting? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But at Pokemon Go Fest, you don't feel that way at all because everyone's playing Pokemon Go. So why don't we get into this first event, this first video. New York City Go Fest. I am stoked. I am so dang excited for this event. It starts on July 5th, Friday, and ends on July 7th, Sunday. So how Go Fest works is you split your experience into 2 different things. You've got the in-park, which is half the day, and then you've got the citywide, which is the second half of the day. So you can kind of choose if you want to do the morning session or the afternoon session. I like to do afternoon because I like to mosey around when I wake up in the morning and not have to get up at like 7 a.m. I know especially for Randall's Park in New York City, it's kind of a process to get there, especially if you're doing public transportation. But I honestly recommend spending a few extra bucks and Ubering, especially if you have some friends. You can split the Uber to get to the park. There might be a little bit of traffic around the park, but know that New York City is just filled with traffic anyway, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So again, you can choose between the morning and afternoon. I recommend afternoon. Some people love the morning, up to you. So this is July 5th to the 7th. You can do any of those 3 days, but you can also add an additional day up to the 3 days. You can play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can get your tickets from gofest.pokemongolive.com, or you can check the events tab in the app. So tickets are $30, and then it's $20 to add an additional day. And just a reminder that Randall's Island Park only happens one of those days. The rest of your time there, if you get additional days, will be in the city. And that is where you get most of your bang for your buck, because the shinies that come out of doing the citywide really outweighs the shinies that you get doing the in-park. Okay, so let's talk about the exclusive bonuses you're gonna get with your ticket. And this is without add-ons. You'll get half hatch distance for eggs, lure modules up to 2 hours, special 7-kilometer eggs, and those are really what you're gonna wanna go for. We'll talk about what's gonna be in them in a little bit. Up to 6 special trades a day, reduced Stardust costs for trades, up to 9 additional free raid passes from spinning photo discs at gyms, 2 times cash candy, 1.5 hatch candy, 1.5 hatch Stardust. These are really great bonuses, and they're often overlooked because obviously most of the people that go to these events really want the shinies. If you get the Raid Lover add-on, which is $15, up to 18 free raid passes per day, 5,000 additional XP awarded for completing raids, 6 additional candy for catching Pokemon in 5-star raids, 3 additional candy XL, which is very hard to come by, and for some of these Pokemon, you're really going to want to take advantage of that. So then we got the Enthusiast add-on, which is also $15. So like for the Raid Lover, how you get 18 free raid passes, I think for the Enthusiast, you should also get some free incubators, but they don't give you that. Nevertheless, it's still worth it because there are lots of great things to hatch from these eggs. You got quarter egg hatch distance, you got 3 times hatch Stardust, 3 times hatch XP, and 3 times hatch candy. All in all, it is worth it. Even though you don't get the incubators, it really is worth it. So I'm going to talk about some of the brand new Pokemon that you're going to be able to get from this event. The first one, which you know from Madrid and Sendai, is going to be Necrozma. Now, if you were not in attendance for those events and you just remoted, you would not be able to get the shiny. But if you are in New York City, rating for Necrozma, you will be able to get the shiny if you're lucky. So then we have Marshadow, and that comes from special research, and I am actually very excited for this Pokemon because it's really good in the regular games. I don't know how it's going to be in this game, but it's got a lot of cool little tricks and weird little things that it does. You get a costumed Pikachu and Eevee, and you'll be able to get that in the wild. Eevee you'll be able to get in eggs as well. That's technically new. I mean, Pikachu and Eevee, not as exciting, but people like to collect those shinies, so that's there. Then you get the Heat Rotom, that's brand new for this event, and you get that through snapshots. And then, this isn't necessarily a new Pokemon, both of these, but for a lot of people it will be. So Klefki and Oricorio from another region. So new shinies that are going to be appearing for this event are Necrozma, which again, if you were in Madrid or Sendai, then you already know that. But if this is your first time doing these raids in person, then you'll be able to get that shiny. It's brand new for you. Then you have Ducklet, which is a cool little pink shiny. And then you have Buzzwole, which is, I think, a really cool looking shiny. So there are 4 different habitats that you'll be able to visit during this event. And this is if you're in the park, that there will be 4 separate habitats. If you're out in the city, everything just kind of mixes together. It's just kind of a big hodgepodge. So the 4 different habitats are Brilliant Skies, Ghostly Woods, Poolside Cabana, and Rugged Quarry. So let's go through the different Pokemon that you can get from each habitat. So you got Brilliant Skies, Pidgey. Pidgey? Really? Anyway, Suncrown Pikachu, Doduo, Suncrown Eevee, Dratini, Skarmory, Pansear, Petalil, Archon, Rufflet, Furfrou, and Jangmo-O. And Jangmo-O cannot be shiny yet, not until Global Go Fest. Then we have Ghostly Woods. Ghostly Woods has Alolan Rattata, Mooncrown Pikachu, Mooncrown Eevee, Gligar, Lunatone, Cherim, Golett, Orange Flower Flabebe, Pancham, Phantump, Pumpkaboo, and Oranguru. In Poolside Cabana, you get the Suncrown Pikachu, you get the Scarfed Lapras, you get Suncrown Eevee, Chinchou, Mantine, Solrock, Clamperl, Finian, Ducklet, which is going to be the hot one there, Frillish, and the 2 different Oricorio that you can get. For Rugged Quarry, you get the Mooncrown Pikachu, Onix, Mooncrown Eevee, Sableye, Beldum, Shieldon, Drillbur, Dwebble, Heatmore, Tyrant, Amara, and Carbink. Can Carbink be shiny? I'm pretty sure it can. I think at this point we can get Carbink shiny. I mean, come on. Also, appearing in all habitats, you'll have Klefki, and then you'll have Unknown, and the different characters that you can get for Unknown are the question mark. You can get A, D, G, H, I, N, T, and Y. I'm really going to be going for that question mark, that is for sure. And again, these are the 4 habitats for the park. But if you are in the city, it's all a mix. You just never know what's going to pop up. In raids, you'll be able to see Nihilego, Kartana, Buzzwole, Necrozma, Guzzlord, and Blacephalon. And Blacephalon will not be shiny. So we don't know yet exactly what's going to be in the 7-kilometer eggs because it hasn't been released. But based on the patterns of Madrid and Sendai, we can kind of hone it in a little bit and kind of figure out what's going to be in those 7-kilometer eggs, which you should really prioritize because there's some really good stuff in there. So we could likely expect Pansear because we had Panpour and Pansage in the last 2 Go Fests. We get the Eevee with the crowns. Larvesta, which is very interesting because that can be shiny now, and I have a feeling that the hatch rate for that won't be as terrible as it was for this last event and as it is in eggs normally. So Larvesta, that's huge. Ducklet, which is also the brand new shiny, that's going to be a hit. Pancham, Pau Style Oricorio, Klefki, and there should be one other regional to take the place of Basculin and Throw, which were in the last Go Fests. Those are very exciting. And again, you get quarter hatch distance if you get the Eggthusiast add-on, and those eggs will hatch very quickly if you're walking around the city, I promise you, like very quickly. So they really pull out all the stops for these types of events, these in-person live events, because you also have field research that we're going to get lots of different ways to get some of these new shinies. You get the special research which circles around Marshadow, and you'll be able to get some of the new shinies that way as well. And we also have collection challenges. And if you're looking to, if you're thinking, because again, we don't get the incubators from the Egg Enthusiast, and you might want to get some more raid passes anyway, and usually around the time, usually, not always, but we are given some kind of opportunity to purchase boxes from the shops. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good, but I have a cool little hack for you if you're looking to buy a box from the shop and if you want to know if it's a good deal or not. There is a website called pokastealordeal.com. Very, very cool. I highly recommend you go to that and check that out. So this has been my very first video. Lots of information that came at you, and you know, I really would love it if you put in the comments, you know, any suggestions you have, anything you want to see out of my channel. Anything. Like, subscribe, please. I really want to start doing this pretty regularly. So if you can just help me out and send the love, I'd appreciate it. This has been Pogo Professor. Talk to you soon.